Hey everybody, I wanted to come to you real quick and give you a great word of encouragement. I wanted to share a story with you from a moment in the life of Jesus with the disciples that really is going to bless you. Now you may be thinking, man, what a great backdrop this is, and it really is. But it all ties into the story that I want to share with you. It's actually found in the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 22. It's also found in Mark, chapter 4. But here it is. It's at a moment in the day where the sun had set, evening had come, and Jesus, remember this, Jesus is the first one that gets on this boat, and he looks at the disciples and he says, hey guys, let's cross the lake. Let's go to the other side. So the disciples, most of those guys were fishermen anyway. This is second nature to them. They jump on the boat. They said, no problem. They launch out. They're on their way to the other side, and there Jesus is, right? There Jesus is falling asleep. The Bible says he was asleep in the stern of the boat, the back of the boat. So here it is. The Bible says that in a moment of time, a storm arose. And this storm was no ordinary storm. The Bible says it was a great windstorm. It was so bad that the disciples began to think they were actually going to lose their life. So they look at one another, they start tossing over the weight to make the boat more buoyant, to be able to take on the waves and the rough water, but nothing they did in the natural seemed to work. So finally they wised up and they said, wait a second, we have a miracle worker on our boat. Why don't we go wake him up? So they run over there screaming like a bunch of girls at a Justin Bieber concert. They're screaming their heads off, and they go to Jesus and they say, Jesus, Lord, where are you? Don't you care that we're perishing? Immediately, Jesus gets up. Maybe he wipes the drool off his face. He looks at the disciples, and then he looks at the storm, and he rebukes the wind and the wave, and immediately it was calm. It was peace. Then he looks at the disciples, and he says this right here in verse 25. Very simple, 4 words. Where is your faith? Guys, where's your faith? I feel the Lord is saying that to some of us today. Where's your faith? Maybe you feel like the disciples. You're in a boat and the waves of life are tossing all around you, and you feel like you're going to perish. You feel like there's not much more I can take. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything I know to try in the natural to do, whatever I can to overcome this storm or this hurdle or this trial that I'm going through. But I need divine intervention. I want you to know that Jesus was the first person on the boat. And just like those disciples ran to Jesus, so must you, and so must me. Whenever we run into an issue, trial, tribulation, troubles, anything, let's run to Jesus. Let's take a page out of the disciples' playbook and run to him and say, Jesus, don't you care? Can't you move on our behalf? Can't you heal me? Can't you flood me with peace, love, joy, happiness? Lord, work on my behalf. Work in my life. Do something that only you can do. Be encouraged today. Run to him. I want you to remember he's on your boat. And remember, just like he told the disciples, let's go to the other side. You're going to make it to the other side. You're going to make it to tomorrow. You're going to make it until next week and next month. He's with you. He's taking you to the other side. God bless.